Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the SFL. We have a lot of talking to do today about what is going on. Some crazy stuff happened as of late. If you don't follow us on Instagram, you could follow us there at Smithfield_football_league on Instagram. And it's just been craziness. We got a lot of news to tell you about who's in free agency this year, and two new teams are finally coming to the league. It's been a while. We've been wanting this for a long time now, and we finally got two new teams, and I'm ecstatic to show you the team captains of those teams and their names. So we'll get into that first. So here we go. So the first new team is led by the new team captain, Nate Allen. He's back to being a captain in the SFL and will be the captain of the Goblins, who right now is just him. And once the free agency starts on Friday, signings, you'll know who else is going to be on his team. I'm interested to see who he's able to pick up and see what the Goblins are going to be able to do this year for SFL in 2021. So since we're on the Goblins topic, let's talk about their team captain, Nate Allen. Nate Allen's been one of the most, I would say, one of my most favorite characters in the league, in the SFL. He always has great energy, and I feel like that's what he's gonna bring to the Goblins. I think he'll be a great captain. He'll probably be starting quarterback there for them this year, unless they draft a quarterback. But I think if they can get some talent around Nate Allen, I think they will be perfectly fine. If this team could if Nate can grab some talent from the free agency, I think this team will end up doing just fine. I think they'll have a pretty good record their first year. I don't think they'll be championship contenders yet because they're a new team. But once they keep building and building, there might be something good in the future for the Goblins. So I'm interested. I'm really interested in the Goblins this year, what they could bring to the table and what they could do for the SFL in 2021. Welcome back, Nick Anderson, to the SFL, as he's the captain of the new team called the Astros, in my opinion, who have probably the dopest logo in the whole SFL. That logo is really cool. But Nick Anderson is joining the SFL back. He was the one who came up with the idea for a new team, as he said that him and his boys wanted a team in the SFL, and the commissioner let that happen. He said that's awesome. We need more teams. So it's him right now with Nate Silva, a player who's like I don't know what to call him for now. I'm going to say they're undrafted free agent rookies. So Nate Silva, Colin Wood is the other undrafted rookie, and the other undrafted rookie is Dominic Chappett, who was basically just automatically signed to his team. They actually have a chance of maybe winning Rookie of the Year. Who knows? They're unknown talents. We don't know how they're going to perform, but we will see when the season starts. They also have the draft and free agents to sign. This should be interesting too. Very interesting. I want to see how the Astros do. Nick Anderson as a player, he's had some good games. But the issue has been staying on the field. If he could be there a whole year, and I think he's the leader of his own team. So if he can play a whole season, I think he might have a good season. This is actually one of his best games from 2019, where he tossed 4 touchdowns and only 1 interception, and he also ran 2 of his own with a hurt knee after dislocating his knee on a cruise ship. And he had a pretty dang good performance. So yeah, I'm excited what Nick Anderson and the Astros will do for 2021. All right, there are some huge free agents this year. I'm going to go over them. So the first two are probably the top 2 free agents, the top 2 players on the Honey Badgers this year, Steven Mason and Rookie of the Year, Isaiah Rivera, who just came onto the scene. What a year he's had. But these two players have declared for free agency. The Honey Badgers, they're going to really need to try to re-sign these guys. If they can't, then they may be in some little trouble, but they still have the second pick of the draft this year because they did not make the playoffs, even though they had a winning record at 2-1-1. But we'll see what happens. Whatever team gets these two players or where they go, I'm interested to see where both of these kids go. And that's not all. There's much more free agents to talk about. So another free agent is A.J. Hutu, the Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year in 2019, was traded to the Cobras as he did not want to play for the Honey Badgers. But he's going into free agency. He either has the choice of re-signing or he could sign to any team that offers him. That's how free agency works. But it's going to be interesting. I think if A.J. Hutu was not to re-sign with the Cobras, great fits would be the new team, the Astros, because he's had him and Nick Anderson probably have some chemistry, or the Mustangs could use him, definitely use him on defense, and they can use him. It's another offensive weapon as well. He's a great player, great young player in the league, and he would fit in well with the Mustangs. All right, another big free agent we're going to talk about in this video is Max Holroyd. He had a slow start in the regular season, only posting like 3 touchdowns, but was big in the postseason, helping the Jaguars capture their second SFL championship title. But now he is a free agent. He might re-sign with the Jaguars. If they do, that's going to be probably easier for the Jaguars to win another SFL championship. But if he doesn't, who knows? It is going to be interesting who Max Holroyd signs with. Well, I think Max Holroyd he'll keep it like a secret for a long time, and he'll sign on the last day. That's what I'm thinking. But we'll see what happens with Max Holroyd in free agency, and I'll talk about the others right now. So also not on this list is Jake D'Amico. He declared for free agency after breaking his arm and not being able to play for the regular season with the Honey Badgers. That could have definitely helped them out and go to the playoffs, but he ended up getting an injury and he declared for free agency. If the Honey Badgers can get him, and if he could show up for every game, look out for the Honey Badgers, let me tell you. But the rest of the 2021 free agents list is pretty stacked. Let me tell you, Vincent Lancelotti, he wasn't able to play with the Mustangs as he opted out because of COVID. Beniamino Russo, who was requesting a trade from the Cobras for a very long time, and now he's declared for free agency. He's played in the playoff game and in the last game of the season. It's going to be interesting where he signs. If he's given the chance, he could be a real big star in this league. One of the most underrated free agents this year that no one's talked about. His defense is really locked down, but we weren't able to see that this year that much as he didn't show up till like the last couple games. But that would be a huge signing. Joe Smith, who was underrated as a rookie on the Mustangs this year, he totaled a pick and a touchdown in the regular season, and the Mustangs were finding him early on in the championship game, which is big. He was the last pick of the draft in 2020, and this should be interesting. Mike Mancino, Keegan Zolano, Christian Denise. Also, the other who just declared was Paul Thalman for free agency. And yeah, should be interesting this year. All right, so next we're going to talk about so far the only trade that's happened so far is Edwin Mamet, 2019 first overall pick, is sent to the Honey Badgers for a second-round pick in exchange for the Jaguars get the Honey Badgers second-round pick, and I think this is a good move for both sides. Edwin Mamet, he's shown some glimpses of pure talent with the Jaguars. The Jaguars were just too stacked last year, and with Edwin Lamet going to the Honey Badgers, he's going to have a huger role, and I feel like he's a big breakout candidate for 2021. I can't wait to see what he does with the Honey Badgers, and yeah, that's really it. And this is good for the Jaguars. They get another pick in the second round, so they get 2 second-round picks, and maybe one of them could blossom into something. I'm psyched. I'm super psyched. I'll talk about the draft in another video, because that's all the time for we basically have. We don't have that much time left to talk about. This is basically just free agency and the new teams. But I'm gonna stop getting off track. Edwin Lamet to the Honey Badgers. I'm excited. All right, finally, the SFL big news that just broke out today is that they have created 2 divisions now because there are 6 teams. So the first division is the American division, which consists of the Astros, the Cobras, and the Mustangs. This is just kind of randomized. I mean, the Cobras and the Mustangs have already played each other in the championship in 2017, but that was one of the latest, and the Cobras and Jaguars have faced each other many times in the championship. So we've decided as the SFL to put the Cobras and the Jaguars in separate divisions, and the Jaguars literally just faced the Mustangs this year in the championship, so that's how he did it. So yeah, the American division will consist of the Astros, the Cobras, and the Mustangs. And lastly, here's the National division. This consists of the Goblins, the Honey Badgers, and the Jaguars. Again, it was just randomized. I'm interested to see what happens in this division. I think this, in my opinion, is a tougher division. You got the Jaguars and the Honey Badgers, who I feel like will be very good teams this year. And I'm excited with what the Goblins are going to do. So I think I think both divisions are pretty interesting. I think the National division, though, is the better division. I think the championship winner, in my prediction, will come out of the National division. But that's my opinion. I said that the Cobras and the Mustangs are in the American because they've both played the Jaguars in the championship in the league's history, even though the Cobras and Mustangs faced each other a long time ago in 2017 in the championship. But, yeah. All right, I want to thank everybody for watching this video. I just want to say I'll probably post another video explaining in like a week or so or 2 weeks or so what happens in free agency, and then after that we will focus on the 2021 SFL draft. We still need to get about like 12 more players. It's going to be a bigger draft this year. We're trying to get 24 players in the draft. I'm super psyched for what happens in 2021. Hopefully, COVID doesn't ruin anything. But thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.